Hello and welcome to Lunchtime Look. My name is Sharon Rogers and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wells, Maine. And each Thursday at noon, I like to bring you a little crafty fun just to help break up the day at the end of the week. Let's see what I have for you in store today. Hint, it's a continuation of Tune In Tuesday where I featured the Extraordinary Flora bundle. I'm going to begin with a card base of basic beige. This is Stampin' Up's newest neutral, and it just takes it brings a warmth and just a little bit of a different twist than maybe a vanilla did. But you know what? We're going to pair it with vanilla, which I don't often use anymore, but it looks so elegant with the basic beige. And then I have another piece of scrap basic beige because I'll bring in some dies, and I'm going to bring in the Everyday Arches dies. We're just going to create a very simple and elegant card. And let's see, I need to find an arch. This piece right here is 3 3/4 by 5. So that's going to go on just like that. We need to find an arch that will fit nicely in here. I would say either that one or the one right above it. And what I really want to do, I think, is I want to nest some arches and I want to make a frame. Let's see if I can. If I put these two together, then that makes a pretty nice little frame. I'm going to cut that from this basic beige piece. There's my machine. Got a number 1 and a number 2 plate. A number 3 plate. We'll put our dies in, and I'm going to put them on an angle because this is a really straight edge, and I try to avoid having a straight edge go through that's parallel to this bar. All right, let's see what we get when we do this. And we can, of course, keep this nice little arch. And this would make a nice little window as well. But I'm going to look at this one right here. And you can see we've got the lovely stitching on the outside here. All right, now if I put this in, I can pop this arch right up here. And then I need to add some flowers because of course we are focusing on the Extraordinary Flora bundle this week. That was the focus of my Tune In Tuesday, where we created these 3 cards, which all have a nice bright and elegant look to them. This one's going to have a slightly less bright but elegant look to it. Let's go ahead and adhere my very vanilla piece down. Okay, so we already have that. And then we're going to put this in here, and we're just going to decorate it slightly. But to adhere that on, I will use my little dimensionals that I have left over from the kit that I put together during my Kit Together and Bingo event on Tuesday. I'm not sure if you saw my little encouragement video to place your order for a kit now. Well, you maybe be able to combine it with some other things that you need and get free shipping. But that would give you, if you had a kit in that order, the opportunity to attend my next Kit Together and Bingo. And it's just really a lot of fun. We just hang out and socialize from the comfort of our own homes via Zoom. And at the end, we play a round of bingo for a prize. And the prize can vary. Last night was probably the least expensive item that is on the bingo board. It was the package of dimensionals, but honestly, I use dimensionals all the time. So it's not like it's not going to be something I will use. I didn't win it, of course, but I hope the person that won it feels that way. But we have lots of different options here. So I'm going to just put this right there in the center. And I need some decoration for it. So I'm going to bring in another piece of vanilla and this stamp. Now this stamp is much longer than I need it to be because I don't need to do all of the pieces. I just need a portion. And there's nothing wrong with just stamping a portion of the stamp. I do want to make sure I get the pieces that I want. I think what I really want are, I want some greenery. And I think I want these little guys in here. So what I'm going to do is ink up just the portions that I want. So I want this down here. We'll stamp that. So this is just a, you know, a little bit of a different twist on how to use this stamp. Now, of course, you could stamp the whole thing and then you could have a bunch of flowers left over to do what you wanted with. All right. Oh, I moved that. Well, let's try that again, shall we? I just really want this one little flower that's out here. Just that one right there. Okay. So now I'm going to take the die that coordinates with this set. It's part of the bundle. And we're going to put this on here. I think I will go ahead and color first. Now I'm going to take my basic beige and I'm going to bring in a blender pen. I do have basic beige blends. No, you know what? No, I don't think I do. So here's why I have to use a blender pen. I'm going to squeeze this and put some ink in the lid of that. Now, the basic beige tends to have a little bit of a green tint, which makes it perfect for the flowers that I'm going to be doing, or the leaves that I'm going to be doing. I start at the base of the leaves and I color up. Now, as for the flower itself, I want to keep it pretty light, but I do want to bring in a little bit of color. I'm going to bring in something that would look great in the fall, Cajun Craze. I've got to squeeze this a little bit harder. Okay, and I just need a little bit, but I also want to get some of the color off first. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to color the center, but I'm just going to feather out a little bit here. I'm not coloring the whole flower. Just putting in just a little bit. And we got a little bit darker center there. And if I all right, so you just get something that looks like that. You can color a little bit more if you want. It's really up to you, but I just have a little bit there. Now to clean your blender pen, you just wipe it until it runs clear, which it's already doing. The tip may be stained a little bit. It's okay, as long as the fluid is running clear, you are good to go. All right, now let's go ahead and die cut this. So we'll need our tape again. Let's set this aside, bring in our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine again. Let's see, let's line this up here. We want to focus on the flowers and leaves that we've got. That looks pretty good right there. I'm gonna set that in there like that. And put the top on here and send that through our machine. And then we'll take this off, take off all these little flower pieces that we want. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera. Now, as that basic beige kind of dries a little bit, what you'll notice is that it is a little bit less green, but it's still going to go beautifully with everything. All right, so I kind of stamped it on the opposite side that I wanted to. I have to just cut around it a little bit. You could certainly fussy cut these too, for those of you that like fussy cutting, which aren't a whole lot of you, I don't think. I don't mind it. And if it's just a few leaves, that's not bad. All right, so now I've got this one flower that I want. All right, now, let's bring in our card, and we have this, and we can wrap a couple of leaves in here. Let's see, maybe do something that looks like this. You know what? That might be all I want to do, actually. So I'm gonna put this one right here. And then this one's gonna go right down here so that they're overlapping. That's probably good. And I'm going to stamp a nice sentiment right in there. I'm bringing in a new set, Label Me Grateful. This is the set that I will be using not in August, probably in September. I'll be featuring this bundle. And it's got some great sentiments. I'm going to use So Grateful for That Heart for You of Yours. And get a block here. Now, one of the things that I want to do is I want to bring in a piece of scrap paper and make sure I can stamp this straight, because there's no room for mistakes here. So I'm going to pretend I want to stamp it just like that. I'm thinking that's straight. That does look straight, so that's good. So let's go ahead and ink this up. I'm just going to put this right in here in the center. So grateful for that heart of yours. Some of the gems that look really elegant are these pressed flower motifs. They just look very antique-ish. In the package, they kind of look like bugs to me because they look a little bit like ladybugs, and they just kind of all bunch together, and because they're very, very heavy. Let's see if we can move this a little bit. Let's see, do I want to put this over here? Where do I want to put that? There we go. So just something very, very simple. And there is our thank you card. And it is light enough. We don't need to put a layer inside. You could put a layer inside. I have these extra leaves though. So let's put some leaves inside. I'll put that one there. And this one here. And that's where my note goes. So just really simple, pretty and elegant. So to save time, you notice that I didn't color in all the flowers. I certainly could have stamped the whole sheet or the whole image and cut them all out and colored only as I needed to, but there's just another option for you. You don't have to use the whole die or the whole stamp. Join me tomorrow night for Friday Night Live when I'll do, I don't know what, I haven't decided yet, but I'll be there. See you then at 7:30.